It just keeps going. It just keeps going. You gotta love it. But guys, let me give everyone an update. So my original hope, this is part 2. My original hope was to finish the first round today. The issue is I did 30 simulations in the first day. And I got down to Stonehill, which is right here. So I did that much in the first day. But you can see it's like right there, and then I still have to do all this in round 1. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it all. You know, there's some nice hair on here. Let's make sure this looks nice. All right. But I'm not sure if I can get through all of it today. The first round, I mean. It's basically these little dimple games, like you can see. And I still have... where's that issue? Oh, there it is. I got to get some whiteout. I'm going to get whiteout, and then I'm just going to ring. And then imagine Weber State still ends up beating. I mean, that would be a ridiculous upset. I'm just going to get whiteout and whiteout over it. But I'm going to have to purchase that, actually. We don't have any. But so I've got it all set up. And this is how I do it, obviously. So all the 10 matchups are set up. I do 10 matchups at a time. I record it. And then you can see they're already set up. So I just go each one through. And I'll probably do 40 of them today, I'm thinking. Probably 40. I actually had to search up SC State because I didn't know what the abbreviation was to find it on here. That's how dumb I am. But that's what we're looking like. I'll probably just go to the simulation right now. And then I'll have to fill all of it in. All right, here we are. And I did not realize how many games there were. I'm going to try and pound through, excuse the language, I didn't mean it that way, but figuratively pound through about 40 games here, doing 10 at a time, just like I did yesterday, and we've got it all right here. So this is Lehigh taking on Northwestern State. Of course, we know Northwestern State, they've got that huge rivalry with Northwestern, but the winner of this game will take on Maryland University. So these are all neutral site games, guys. Again, there's no, you can see it says away team, home team. It doesn't matter. I'm setting it as a neutral site, and we are expecting Northwestern State probably to win this game, but I like Lehigh, so let's see what happens on this one. We're going to go ahead and play this. And wow, so that's actually a very impressive win there for Northwestern State. It signals that, look at that, 50, that's a great game. That really, really good. Lehigh will see you in the consolation. We will. That was a good performance. Next, we have SMU taking on Lamar. The winner gets the absolute power keg. That is UC Irvine. UC Irvine might win this entire tournament. I mean, UC Irvine, they've got to buy in round 1. They're impressive. This Lamar team, oh, this is an even matchup. 10-22 versus 9-22. But SMU is actually ranked a lot higher. The 157th seed. Lamar is at 356. Lamar is one of the worst teams in this entire tournament. Can we see a major upset? Wow. Lamar was getting crushed. They brought it back. But SMU will be advancing there. Congratulations to them. That is a program-changing win. Next, we have Northern Iowa taking on Coastal Carolina. And guys, Coastal Carolina is terrible at college basketball. I know they're good at college football. The winner of this game will face Penn State University without a head coach. So Penn State doesn't have a head coach. This game becomes really meaningful because you would think the winner of this game can upset Penn State because Penn State doesn't have a head coach right now. We will see. We're expecting Northern Iowa to win it. And Coastal, you know what? I apologize. I completely disrespected this Coastal Carolina team. They were underdogs. They're the 292nd seed in this tournament. And they say, you know what? You're disrespecting us. We're going to go out and we're going to beat a good Northern Iowa team. And now they've got a major upset chance against Penn State. Congratulations to them. Next, we have George Mason taking on Houston Christian. Houston Christian, I got to be honest, I did not know they were a Division I team. Were they Houston Baptist or something and they changed their name? Maybe, or maybe, I don't know. I think Houston Baptist is in this tournament. Either way, we're expecting George Mason. Houston Christian is one of the worst teams in this tournament. They're the 349th seed. The winner of this game faces Furman. Of course, a lot of people remember, we don't need to see this. I don't want to buy this. No, thank you. This is a freaking beta little Subaru. All right, so Furman, we remember the major upset over Virginia. Let's see what happens here. Who's going to face Furman? And yeah, this George Mason team, I got to say a little bit of a red flag. Houston Christian is terrible, allowing 81 points. It's not the greatest, but they do win that game, so they will be moving on. How about this? Southeast Missouri State, they were in the tournament. They were in the first four. They're taking on Western Carolina, and the winner gets Creighton University. Yikes. Whoever gets Creighton is probably going to lose. Let's just call it what it is. These are evenly matched teams. But yeah, this Southeast Missouri State team, they're a juggernaut. We knew that. They made the tournament, so yeah, that's not surprising there. Next we have, who is this? Iowa? Oh yes, Idaho taking on Georgetown University. Georgetown at 7-25. They're still the significantly better seed. Idaho, outside of the top 300, they're the 308th overall seed. Can we see a major upset? This Georgetown team dealing with the coaching, and there it is. And this Idaho team says, listen, we want to win the national championship. This is the real bracket. This is 363 teams. They're in it. They advance, and they will take on Oklahoma. Idaho versus Oklahoma. That's a known big rivalry. If you guys follow college football, it's the biggest rivalry in the sport. Next, we have Austin Peay taking on Grambling State. Grambling State coming in at 24-9. Austin at 9-22. And this should be a relatively blowout victory for Grambling State. So let's see what happens here. The winner faces Nevada. Oh my goodness, Grambling with an upset loss. And Austin Peay advances on to the second round. They will take on Nevada University, who got a bye in the first round. So they end up winning there. Bowling Green from the MAC. They're coming in at 11-20, taking on Delaware University, who made the tournament last year and lost as a 15 seed. The winner of this game gets Xavier University. Let's see who ends up winning this one. And wow. So this Delaware team, one of the best defensive teams analytically in college basketball, this doesn't surprise me. This is a mismatch. And they hold them under 50 points. Wow. That's a big, big win there for Delaware University. The next game we have is Northern Arizona, the heavy favorites in this game. They're taking on High Point. High Point outside of the top 300. The winner of this game will face USC. Can we get a Northern Arizona versus USC game? Or is High Point going to respond? And there it is. Northern Arizona, they handle business as a better seed. After a scary first half, they easily win this game 89-70. And then the final matchup here, it's going to be SC State at 5-26. They are one of the worst seeds in the entire tournament. They will be taking on a Chattanooga team we're all familiar with. Chattanooga is an absolute juggernaut. They've made the tournament several times. If SC State somehow wins this game, it would be the biggest upset probably we've ever seen. And there it is. Chattanooga ends up winning that game. They will be advancing, and they will face Wichita State, and that is a major upset alert for Wichita State, who gets a bye in round one. They're the 84th overall seed. I'm going to get more games to sim. All right, the next 10 matchups, here we go. We have SIU Edwardsville. They'll be taking on East Tennessee State. The winner of this game faces Tennessee. So this is a monumental, important game for East Tennessee State. They've got the rivalry going with Tennessee, but can Edwardsville spoil it? Tennessee, the number 5 overall seed in the tournament, who will they face? And it's going to be the motivation factor of facing Tennessee. That's what wins this game for East Tennessee State. SIU Edwardsville, we will see you in the consolation. East Tennessee State will move on, and they will face Tennessee, which would be just a crazy upset if they were able to pull it off. Next, we have Eastern Michigan taking on George Washington. George Washington sitting as heavy favorites in this game. The winner will take on Seton Hall. And we got to put it at neutral court. Give Eastern Michigan a chance here. Give Eastern Michigan a chance at a neutral court. And a 1-point victory for George Washington. They almost got upset, but they hold on for the win. Eastern Michigan making it close late there, but that one is done. The next game we have, it's going to be Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. We know how good they were, in real life. We'll see. They will be taking on New Orleans, and New Orleans had a rough year, so I would expect Texas A&M, Corpus Christi to win this game fairly easily. The winner will battle Charleston University, who has a bye in round 1, and it is Texas A&M CC holding on against a valiant effort by New Orleans. They'll be moving on in this tournament. Next, we have Murray State taking on Illinois of Chicago. The winner of this game will face Utah State, the number 28 overall seed in the tournament, who does have a first-round bye. And it is Illinois of Chicago getting a big victory. And guys, the reason this says 2021, 2022, I couldn't find Illinois of Chicago 2022, 2023 team, but it's the exact same record. So I think it's the same team. It's just a glitch in their system. Like if you look at it, well, I'm not going to be able to show it, but Illinois of Chicago, I think that's correct. I think it's this year's roster, but that's the only one I could find. Next, we have California Baptist taking on Missouri Valley State. Now, if you guys don't know, Missouri Valley State, one of the worst teams in college basketball every single year, and this year is no different. The winner of this game will battle San Francisco University, so we would expect California Baptist to win this game. And yeah, see, this California Baptist team, they're just going to outclass you. And that's exactly what they do. They will be moving on, and that is a major upset potential against San Francisco not having a great year this year. Now we have Illinois State taking on Mercer. Mercer being the favorite in this one. The winner will battle a very good North Texas team who got a bye in round 1. North Texas, really good defensive-minded team. And it is going to be Illinois State in the upset win over Mercer. And they're about to get bludgeoned by North Texas in that second round matchup. But congratulations are in order to Illinois State for winning that game. The next game we have, it's going to be Montana versus Bethune-Cookman. Montana, the heavy favorites in this game. The winner will take on Bradley University, who received a bye in round 1. We would expect Montana to win this, and they do win it 70-54, so very good win there for Montana. They will be moving on to face Bradley in a juicy second-round matchup. The next game we do have, it's going to be Purdue-Fort Wayne versus Louisiana Monroe. The winner of this game gets Kansas University, the number 12 overall seed in the second round. Let's see, we would expect Fort Wayne to win this, and they do hold on for the victory, Purdue-Fort Wayne. I know I think they changed their name just to Fort Wayne, but in this it still is Purdue-Fort Wayne, so they end up winning that game. The next matchup is going to be Jackson State taking on Queens University. And guys, this is where it happens. Queens might go on a major run this tournament. I'm just warning everyone, this Queens University team, they're impressive. First year in Division I, they have a good record. They're huge favorites. They're going to run Jackson State off the court in this game. And then they face Drake University in the second round after they dispatch of Jackson State. And there it is. It's outclassing them. 20-point lead. They put their backups in. That's the only reason Jackson State was able to come back. But yeah, this Queens University, this is no joke. This is a super team, and they will be facing Drake. And I think I would make Queens favorites in that matchup against Drake University. The next matchup we do have, it's going to be Western Michigan taking on Harvard University in a game that we expect Harvard to win. The winner of this game will take on Virginia Tech, who received the bye in the first round. Oh, I misdid it. Oh my God. So guys, this is one of the biggest upsets I've seen in my life. I made it to where Harvard was the home team, and Western Michigan goes on an epic 60-point artillery barrage in the second half. Oh my God, if you're Virginia Tech, you have to be worried. We're going to give it to them. Western Michigan goes on the road to Harvard University. Guys, and we know Harvard, they've been studying too much. They're not ready for the game. They lose this game. Wow. Western Michigan with a major upset victory. You know, we don't want to see this. I'm not an interior designer. I don't design anything. You got the wrong person here. That's a huge win. We're going to load up 10 more games. All right, rolling on to the next slew of games. It's going to be UC San Antonio battling Merrimack. Merrimack, they are allowed to be into this tournament after getting, an exemption. So congratulations to them. They are the favorites coming into this game. Well, it's kind of a toss-up, but I think Merrimack should win this. We will see what happens. The winner of this game faces Texas A&M University, and it will be UC San Antonio with a victory there. So they will move on to face Texas A&M University, who has a bye in the first round. Next, it's Charleston Southern taking on Oregon State out of the Pac-12. So Oregon State, due to their bad season, they have to play in the first round. The winner of this will take on UAB, the number 44 overall seed. We would expect Oregon State to win this game. You would hope. Oh my goodness. And they can't even win that one. So Charleston Southern beats a Pac-12 team. Oregon State out of the tournament in the first round. What a tough season for them. The next matchup, it is Central Michigan taking on UTEP. The winner of this game will face St. John's, who received a bye. And this one, Central Michigan is just terrible. I'm expecting UTEP to win this, and Central Michigan shocks them. So UTEP was the 172nd seed. Central Michigan was at 340 out of 363, and Central Michigan wins that game. The next matchup, Mount St. Mary's State battling Dartmouth. The winner of this game takes on the University of Alabama in the second round, the number 2 overall seed. So this is going to be a very tough matchup for either one of these teams in the second round, obviously. And we do have Dartmouth winning this game. They studied a little bit more, and they beat Mount St. Mary's State by 8 points. So they will go, and that'll be an interesting matchup. An Ivy League school versus Alabama. Dartmouth versus Bama in round 2. The next matchup we have, looking down the list, it's going to be Wright State taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff. The winner will face Missouri, who got a bye in the first round. Wright State out of the Horizon taking on Arkansas. Wright State coming in as the way higher seed, and they do hold serve. They will move on to face Missouri, try and get an upset there. The next matchup we have, it's going to be Morgan State taking on Texas State. The winner of this matchup will face Utah, who received a bye in the first round. And it's going to be a very good game with Morgan State winning it by 2 points. Very high scoring first half. More defense in the second half, but Morgan State holds on there. Next, we have Arkansas State taking on North Florida. The winner of this matchup faces Northwestern University, who is the number 31 overall seed. They received a bye in round 1. And it is going to be Arkansas State winning that game in an epic second half comeback over North Florida. So they will take on Northwestern. And I think they could get an upset over Northwestern. Northwestern is kind of a fraud in this. This game should be a complete blowout. Seattle University sitting at 20-12 taking on Alabama State. The winner of this will face St. Louis in the second round. And I would expect Seattle University, they're a complete power keg. They're a juggernaut, and they're going to run them off the court. And, well, maybe a little bit closer, but they did hold Alabama State to 19 points. Look out for Seattle to make a deep run in this tournament very good record. I think they could get an upset win over St. Louis in that second round game. Next, we have Bucknell versus Detroit. Of course, Davis, the point guard, 3 points away from breaking the all-time college basketball scoring record. We'll see if he can do it. I'm guessing he will. The winner of this game will take on Miami of Florida, with Detroit slight favorites over Bucknell in this game. Bucknell has really fallen, and Detroit ends up winning, and Davis, with 22 points, gets the scoring record, and they advance, beating Bucknell. The next game we have, it's going to be Longwood, massive favorites in this game, taking on 5-27 Evansville. The winner of this game will take on Indiana State. So this sets up great for Longwood. I'm expecting them to crush Evansville, get momentum, and then probably beat Indiana State, who somehow got a bye as the number 95 seed in this tournament. But we expect Longwood to win this game, and they do hold serve. Evansville mounts a comeback in the second half, but Longwood will be advancing in that matchup. All right, I got the whiteout, but you guys can listen to the new meta. This is the Starbucks order. This is what I've been normally getting, guys. You can just listen to. I highly recommend people try this out. Lady, you're literally just blocking me. It's Christ, lady. These people just don't know how to drive, man. All right, guys. So this is my Starbucks order. I got like 4 gift cards. I can never go because I just got to get decaf. It's too late right now. It's too late in the day.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. Can I get a name for your order?
Patrick.
What can I get for you, sir?
Could I just get a tall decaf iced coffee with 7 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, no classic, and 3 stevia?
Okay, so you said a tall?
Yeah.
Now, we can't do decaf iced coffee, but what I can do is a decaf Americano iced. Does that work for you?
That works.
Okay, and you said 7 pumps, sugar-free vanilla?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what else?
3 stevia.
Okay. Does that complete your order?
That'll be it.
All right.
Oh, it's a little bubbly. I forgot to add this in, but you do need to mellow it out a little bit. It looked like it was piss black without the almond milk. You throw the almond milk in there, it mellows it out. I bought super glue instead of, I don't know, is it bad advertising? I don't know. But I did not buy the whiteout. I bought the wrong thing, apparently. But guys, I gotta go through all this. I got 30 games I gotta fill out. And then I think I'm gonna do 10 more games during this video. Because, I mean, I think I'm only gonna get down to like right here. And if I wanna finish the first round by the next video, I think I have to do 10 more games today, simulate them, and then fill it all out. So I gotta fill this out right now. I think I'm starting... Okay, I'm starting right here. Ow. I can't even fill this thing out right now. My hand is killing me. Tastes like vanilla. Where am I? Yeah, I'm going to have to do 10 more games. I'm going to have to do 10 more games today. At least get it down to here. I don't know, let me show everyone what's going on, but... I am right... There's Longwood, and then, so here, and there's still all that. So I'm going to have to at least get down to here, and then in the next video, I'll finish it off. So we are going to roll through these last 10 games here today, starting with another first-round matchup still. We're entrenched in the first round. North Dakota and Robert Morris. Winner of this game will take on Memphis University, who has a bye, but we would expect this will be an even game, but possibly North Dakota wins this one. And Robert Morris does come out on top. They end up winning 85-79, higher scoring second half. A lot of these games have high scoring second halves. They win that one. They will face Memphis in the second round. The next game is going to be Minnesota, not getting a first round bye out of the Big Ten, taking on a bad South Dakota team. Minnesota, for the Big Ten, they need to win this game. They finished the season strong. You would expect this would be a tune-up game for them against South Dakota. Oh my goodness. And they are a one and done. So they end up losing. Hats off to South Dakota, but that is a bad showing by Minnesota, not even making it past the first round in the biggest tournament in the world. Next, we have Sacred Heart. They will be facing St. Joseph's. The winner of this game will face Santa Clara, who received a first round bye. So I would expect St. Joseph's to win this game fairly easily, but this is an even matchup. And they take advantage of a big first half. They end up winning by 8 total points. St. Joseph's is moving on. The next game, it's going to be Prairie View A&M taking on Army. The winner will face Arkansas. Arkansas is the number 18 seed. This is a fairly even matchup. We might see overtime. I wanted to throw that out there. But it is Army winning this game by 10 points. After Prairie View A&M had a very nice first half, Army comes back and wins. They will be moving on. The next game we have is going to be South Carolina in the first round out of the SEC, taking on Northeastern. So you would expect South Carolina would be pretty heavy favorites in this game. The winner of this one takes on Liberty University, who has received a bye. And it is Northeastern. So Minnesota and South Carolina both out. Northeastern uses a big second half to defeat South Carolina. They will be moving on. Columbia, this is a blowout. There's no way. So Columbia and Cleveland State. Cleveland State had a very good showing in the Horizon League tournament. Taking a look at this game, the winner of this game will take on Florida. And I think Cleveland State might have a chance of upsetting Florida. Columbia, very bad. Look at this dude. Look at his name. He's going to hit the game winner. No, I would expect Cleveland State probably, oh my goodness, one of the biggest blowouts of the tournament. Cleveland State, 82-51. The dude with the long name, 2 of 10 from the field. Wow. Yeah, Columbia gets trounced there by 31 points by Cleveland State. They will face Florida with a lot of momentum. The next game we have, it's going to be UTSA versus North Alabama. One of the worst games of the entire tournament. Both of these teams ranked outside of the top 249. UTSA is 250. North Alabama is 263. Winner of this game listen, this is a huge game. The winner gets Purdue. So we know Purdue is prone to an upset. Now, we understand that. So let's see, and no, I'm not going on a vacation. We got to swim with the sunfish, yes. All right, let's see what happens here. This is a big game. Whoever wins this game, and it's North Alabama moving on to face Purdue. Of course, Purdue, they might get upset again, you never know. But North Alabama is coming into that game as the 250th seed in the entire tournament. Next, we've got Elon Musk taking on South Dakota State. And we'll see what happens here. Elon sitting at 8-24. South Dakota State, always a good team. The winner of this game will face Providence University in the next round. They got a bye. We'll see who wins this. And it is Elon. And you know what happened in this game? So let me just say my speculation. Elon Musk paid off the refs. You got to respect it. And now his university moves on to the second round. And South Dakota State is a good team. I would be very worried if I was Providence facing this Elon team in the second round with Elon Musk making a major investment into it. This Elon team is scary. They've got Elon Musk behind them. They're going to use Neuralink to hack people's brains and possibly like no plays and things like that. The next game is Central Arkansas versus Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac, the famous pollster They are big favorites in this game against Central Arkansas. What is their rank overall? Let's see. Quinnipiac is at 186. They're 186 seed. And Central Arkansas is the 327th seed. The winner of this game will face Iona, who did receive a first-round bye. Let's see who wins this one. And it is going to be Quinnipiac holding serve and winning a fairly easy game, 79-66 there. And then the final matchup, the final simulation, it is going to be Sister Jean taking on Tennessee Martin. We'll see if Loyola Chicago has any, magic left in them for a major tournament run. The winner of this game will face TCU, who is the number 26 overall seed. And it is, oh my goodness, Tennessee Martin has an explosion in the second half. 59 points, they drop 98 points, and Sister Jean gets completely embarrassed in this tournament. Wow. So that is crazy, but those are all the simulations probably for today. Well, excuse me, but guys, this is, I don't know how there's so much hair on this thing, man. It's annoying. Let's keep the hair off. All right, guys, this is the official update. Let's actually look at this and see. So I got down to here, Tennessee Martin. You can see the entire first round of this is done. All of that is done. And it probably will be tomorrow or the next day. You can see Youngstown State, Delaware State. That's the next matchup. And then really pretty manageable. I could get that done in a day, and that'll be the first round. That'll be the end of I did 40 games today. I'm probably going to have to do like 35 games tomorrow to get to the end of the first round. But then I think the second round is even going to be longer than the first round. Because you have all these other, these teams both received byes. These teams are on to the second round, but they're in a matchup. And then you have, the second round is probably going to be longer than the first round. Because it's just the way it sets up. It is what it is, man. It's a load. It is the mother load of brackets. Seriously. I think I've done 70 games and I'm 2/3 of the way done with round one. These were all the winners today. All those games. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.